So on Sunday, there was a competition. Bert briefed it up, and it was no small task, man. It's been a long time since I've had a smoke fest, you know, like throwing up smoke fest. It's been a long time. So there were roughly 60 people who wanted to compete, you know, out of the 120. They started picking teams by picking team captains. The way they picked team captains is they said, who wants to be a team captain? And these are the archers. These are all the guys who are really good at that compound bow. So they had between 25 dudes who wanted to be team captains. They had a shoot off and they picked the 10 best. So these guys are now the team captains, these archers, because this competition really rested on the archer's ability to hit his mark. That without a good archer, you are screwed, man. So the team captains all lined up, and they started picking teams. I was first draft pick, by the way. I was one of the first ones picked, which I was like, holy shit, man. Now I have to really perform, you know? Damn it. And it was the guy from Montana, the knife maker. So now we have 10 six-manned teams. There were men and women. So you start running. So it's cold, and it's rainy. And all the run is through sand, and it's all through the woods. And I've got these massive freaking cold weather boots on. And some people came prepared. They stripped down and put on running shorts. And I was like, you know, as long as I'm not the slowest on the team, I'm good. Right. But I did suffer by wearing those freaking heavy boots. The first station you ran to was an outdoor gym, and everybody had to pull a different lift. There was a deadlift, and it was 315 pounds. Team captain said, who could deadlift 315 pounds 10 times? I said, I could. So I did that. Boom, boom, boom. 10 times. So I'm already smoked right at the beginning. My legs are burning. Everything's freaking burning. Then we had to run up a 3-story tower, and we had to find and range 3D animal targets in the woods and mark them down on a map. Once we found those, the archer had to take a shot, high angle shot, onto his first critter. Now the rule was, if it hits a kill, bullseye, it's good. We run, one guy retrieves the arrow. If he injures it, the whole team has to retrieve the arrow, because you don't leave. Because they were very responsible, and they talked about responsible hunting. There were a lot of lectures about it, you know, and the importance of hunting and not just quelling the herd, but harvesting responsibly. So if you wound the animal, the whole team has to retrieve the arrow. And his first shot, he missed. So we had to run down 3 floors. I'll go retrieve the arrow, run back up 3 floors. Now he was clean from there on out, like another 8 shots. And some of these were 70 freaking yards. 70, the longest one was 70 yards uphill.
Wow.
Now that one, you know, that's where I fucked up too, because that was right at the beginning. So whoosh, hit. You know, because there's a guy spotting there with binos. And I said, I'll go get that arrow. 70 yards uphill in the sand. So now I'm way behind. I'm in a deficit because the team's way ahead of me. And then you stop at all these different stations along the way. You know, kettlebell swings, push-ups, pull-ups. And then every once in a while, shot through the woods, you know, shot at another 3D animal target. But it was about, I don't know, it was a few miles. The entire thing lasted 50 minutes. Right at the end, there was a rifle shoot, or toward the end. No, pistol shoot first. So I kind of just organized everybody, told them what to do. And then when we got to the rifle range, I organized that too. Because I didn't want the team captain was smoked. Because he's running, he's carrying his quiver, he's carrying his bow, and he's been having to control his breath. And he was no spring chicken. He was in his 40s. But total stud. He freaking rocked that, man. He was definitely a star of our team. When we got to the rifle, imagine 22, right? So there's a 50-yard, 75. There's 5 shooters out of 6 shooting. A 50, 75, 100, 150, and a 200. So I put everybody in place based on their skill level, and I took the 200. And it's one shooter at a time. The 200 is standing, but on a tripod. So I had plenty of time to lay in that tripod and adjust the rifle. And you're shooting at a target this big, like 6 inch. Yeah, on a steel plate. You're shooting at that. This is a cool story. These guys freaking loved it. So I'm watching everybody shoot, and I realized, holy shit, there's wind. Half value. Not much. Half value, 3-4 knots. But this is a 22 round. traveling at 200 freaking yards. So I hang that up because we were under an easy up. I hang that up as a little windsock. And guys were like, oh my God, that is brilliant. So half value in, aim at the right side of that bowl, ding, and it takes forever for that round to get down there. And I hear the guy go, hit, shot another one, ding, hit. And then the sock fell straight. There was a SEAL on my team too. And he said, hey, no wind, check out the sock. So I looked at it, no wind. I missed the second two and hit the last one. But they said that was the most anybody had gotten. That was, it's a 22 round, 200 freaking yards, you know? And then on the way back, you hit a point and there's a sign saying one of you guys is injured, put a tourniquet on his leg, and you have to carry him. The team has to carry him the rest of the way, about a quarter mile. So it was a freaking awesome event. It was